We're back. Colin's here again with us. Hey, Colin Farrell, how's it going?
He's back. So, we just watched Banshees of Inisherin. It's a story about two friends who live on a very small island off the coast of Northern Ireland. And they've been good friends for years, best friends. And one of them suddenly stops talking to the other for no reason. So, that's the plot.
Yeah, for sure. And then just like kind of putting you through it. You're just like watching, like, I guess through Colin Farrell's eyes mainly, and you're just trying to sort out why for a little while. Mm-hmm. And, then from there, you're watching him try to process that because it's abrupt feeling for him.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on. It does remind me of In Bruges for obvious reasons. Same writer-director. I was relieved it didn't go off in a crazy direction. I was thinking the first time watching that it was going to take like some crazy turn or something, but instead it just kept going straight forward and getting into the details of the situation.
Right. At one point, you're wondering, are they going to start holding hands and skipping down the lane, being friends again?
Yeah, right. Yep. Well, holding a hand.
Stub to hand.
Yeah, stub to hand. Holding stubs. We'll get into some spoilers. I would definitely recommend the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
The right time and place kind of thing. We had mentioned recently how there's really dramatic, over-the-top acting that's mistaken as good acting, and conversely, there's some very subtle acting that's seen as easy. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Colin Farrell was very subtle, but man, he was conveying most of the information. Like his lines were saying one thing, but he was always, you're watching his face more than anything.
Oh yeah,
very,
for sure.
Very subtle shifts. He had for instance, again, so we're in spoiler territory. After, is it the first finger, or it's when he cuts off all the fingers that Colin goes to his house, right? No, that's after the first
That's
finger.
after the first
Right,
finger.
okay.
That's what causes all the fingers.
And so he kicks the door in, comes in, and he's thinking, he appreciated and respected me when I went in hard and insulted him, and then basically called him out for not being nice, which is a big theme. And he liked that. So I think he just wants me to stand up for myself. And so I'm going to do more of that. And he comes in, and that's his mindset. And then it shifts into this standoff thing going where they both are going to stay in the room together now, but neither of them are very excited. And then he slides into the excited we're friends again mode.
Oh, yeah.
So he has 3 different modes in that scene, and it's just a very subtle slide between them, and it makes perfect sense too. Like, you totally know. At the end of the scene, he's like, that went really well. I'm going to go tell that guy his dad can get hit by the milk truck, or what was the bread truck?
The bread truck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, when I watched it, I thought everyone did a good job acting it. Even the bar guys were funny. But the performance that really stuck with me was the woman, the sister there.
Okay.
Something about the way she had to like plead with him, but also kind of give you the vibe of like, you're like my idiot brother, and like I want you to survive, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. And like I don't know, there was all these like different things that she was conveying with her performance too.
Yeah,
I thought came out good.
There's some things you can pick up from her with especially with the scenes with Colm. Where Colm's calling her out on, he's like, hey, you're kind of in a similar mindset I'm in right now, but I'm trying to do something about it. And she clearly hears that, even though she denies it at first, she hears him and ends up moving away.
Right. Exactly.
So different ways of handling it. I think she handled it better a little bit.
Well, yeah, self-mutilation. It's high up there on the list of sins. So said the father.
Colm's another performance, very subtle, very, like Colin. Brendan Gleeson was very, very subtle, but man, so much going there.
I mean, it was good. Even Dominic had a good performance, or Brary Keegan.
Yeah, he was he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Just
For
kind of...
this movie?
Yeah, I mean, all the top 4 actors in it were all nominated.
Wow.
So, like, Carrie Condon was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and Barry Keoghan as Best Supporting Actor. That one kind of surprised me. I thought he was, like, a little bit too much, just at moments. But, I mean, he's up against actors in their best, so, might have just been the contrast. I just thought it was a little bit too much of the quirky facial things going on.
Yeah. I feel like I see what you're saying. I feel like he was going for a really hard role to act.
Yeah.
Also, like
Yeah.
the character showing the damage and the like shiftiness and all that. Like, I don't know. I thought it was decent. It definitely see what you are saying though. There were a little bit of times when I was watching him that it felt a little
bit much.
much, but also like just like disconcerting kind of as the viewer. Like I don't know, in a weird way.
You're uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's just again though, I feel like his whole character kind of brought that in a weird way. So a lot the writer there. I didn't know this actor beforehand, so it was just kind of my first take on him was that he got a lot through about like a weird situation.
Yep.
But I don't know. I mean, it's weird to think. I know I saw some of these comments that someone thinks that this island is like dreary and boring. So many shots in this, I was like, this is gorgeous. It looks like a mystical land that you would like find wizards and like dwarves hanging around here. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's just me or maybe Vikings.
It looks like fantasy land. It's kind of like Midnight Mass, where they have the island, small group of people. They all know each other, and all the gossip gets around.
Yep.
And so I do see that would have its challenges as well. Mainly being the gossip. Everybody knows everybody's business. So the backdrop of the story also, it's worth mentioning, is the Civil War in Ireland. This story obviously it's written, directed, and acted by Irish men. Colin Farrell's from Northern Ireland as well. And how they don't really say much about it. Like, they're not taking a side on the Civil War at all. He even the few things they say about it is in ignorance. Like, he says when he first comes across them, he sees them shooting across the bay, and he says, "Good luck with whatever you're fighting for." And it's just like, yeah, like I don't even know what you guys are fighting for. And I bet a lot of Irish people always felt that way.
Yeah, I know that was they said that a few different ways.
Yep,
in this.
for sure.
Yeah, that was definitely the vibe. Is like, yeah, they're doing something. I don't know.
Yeah. The cop, when he mentions going to the executions, and he's like, it's the Free Statesman versus or hanging some IRA, or is it the other way around? And he doesn't even know. So that's going on while these two friends are having their thing, and I'm sure it would be interesting to hear what the writer-director has to say on that kind of thing.
Well, I have maybe not a prediction, but I just think I figured out how Colin Farrell is so good. All right. So, you know how we were talking about how in Pinocchio and that animated one you really liked with the eyebrows, how eyebrows are really important. Arcane, yes. So that, the people producing these to convey all the emotions and everything, the eyebrows are like the most important thing. And
He's
so
got
it started to get me
eyebrows.
thinking about Colin Farrell. He not only has good eyebrows and big eyebrows, they're like masterful eyebrows.
Yep.
He moves them in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like parallel lines coming up from his nose.
They look cartoonish. At times.
He makes them do things that I think are unreal. I'm starting to think, not my prediction, but like I'm guessing he has eyebrow implants. I think that's how he's doing it.
Whoa.
Cyborg
Shots
eyebrows,
fired.
possibly.
Wow. What's that?
I said cyborg eyebrows, possibly.
Maybe.
Like they have like artificial enhancements.
So they were like somebody was like, "Hey, Colin, if you wanted, you could get some hair implants. You're thinning out a little bit on top." He was like, "Can they put them in my eyebrows?"
Just beef up my eyebrows.
He was like, yeah, they could probably do that too."
He was really good in this, though. I did really like him. But there were a couple times where I was literally like, dude, how is he doing that with his eyebrows right now?
Yeah,
They were like so close together, and then they were so far. Like, they were just like taking their own map and going around his face.
Yeah, she was great too, Carrie.
Yeah.
She was great.
I thought
agree.
she was good.
I don't know what her real accent is now. I would bet she's Irish and does a really great American accent, because she's great in Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah.
So Carrie Condon is from Irish television and film actress. She's Irish.
Did a bot write this?
No.
All right.
Well, actually, this is against it too. This is a negative. So
That's what I'm saying.
Usually
a bot,
positive.
but it could be a bot from someone who's like competing with them, like Spielberg.
That's hilarious.
Because it just seems like a bunch of like if you looked up like people who are upset about movies about Ireland, there's like some tags from there. Then it's like, okay, what like nihilism and destructive philosophy, like those just seem like trigger words. The donkey was superb. That was a bunch of the other comments. I feel like this is just like a mix of like other comments and like stuff from Irish like complaints. I don't know. It's just random.
I've got Steven with us now.
Who?
I got Steven Spielberg's picture up now.
Oh, nice. Good. That's what we needed.
Maybe. I couldn't say with 100% certainty that Steven Spielberg didn't write all of these comments.
Ooh. Dude, hashtag is Kanye right? Pooh.
Oh.
Canceled. I'm just kidding, Steven Spielberg. We love you.
It was Spielberg the whole time. Irredeemably grim. It's saying something about how he saw people call it a comedy, which it definitely is. It's in there. It's a comedic comedy, dramatic comedy. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it being humorous is one of its main drives. Like, he definitely wanted that movie to be humorous. So, dull, which is ironic. 100% guarantee this person does not use ironic correctly. This movie had irony in it. It had good, true irony. To cut your hand off so you can't play fiddle, to end a friendship so you have more time to play fiddle, is irony. That's irony. What does this guy think irony is? I can easily say that this is one of the least interesting and most miserable films I have ever seen, and the constant use of the F word is exhausting. This fecking guy. The irony of the film being so dull is that the whole point of the film is that a man who suffers with depression stops talking to his friend because he says he finds him too dull. Half an hour in, and that's it. Colin continues to speak to Brendan, so Brendan threatens to chop his fingers off. Colin speaks to him. Brendan chops his fingers off. Village Idiot tries to befriend. He's just going through events in the movie now. Colin decides to set Brendan's house on fire. Oh, yeah, he's just summarizing the movie. The Village Idiot is found drowned. Brendan leaves the house while it's going in flames, and that's your lot, blah, blah, blah. This was not only one of the dullest but most miserable films I've ever seen. And if it hadn't been for my husband leaving it on until the end, there's no way I'd have wasted an hour and a half of my life on this rubbish. It's the second person who said hour and a half. It's a 2-hour movie, so I don't know. It's the second person who said that. It's funny. On the bright side, the views are superb. Oh, there you go. And the animals are not only cute, but great actors. Okay, so there's enough. I think they kind of liked it.
There's a bright side.
There's a bright side.
At least they liked the island.
Right. Yes. All right, let's see if we can get one more good title here. Horrible, really awful. I can't get the time back. You want to read this one?
Yeah. All right. I think that this has a high IMDb because people think it's cool to like this movie. It makes them look cerebral, and I can tell you I thought it was awful if you want to watch a slow movie that goes nowhere and leaves you wondering why you wasted your time. This is your movie.
Okay.
It goes like this. I hate you. Don't talk to me. Okay, you talk to me, so I cut off a finger. Okay, you talk to me again, so all of my fingers. Oh, my donkey is dead. Now I'm going to kill you. But I'm telling you first, so okay, in the end. This movie is so bad, I don't understand how anyone thought it was a good idea to fund it. And the actors, why would anyone read a script like this and say, sign me up for this? That's hilarious.
That's pretty good. I mean, he was walking me through the movie in a fun way. Like I was like reliving it there for a second.
I guess though, the more I think about it, I feel like this is the kind of movie where I would know watching it that like not everyone's gonna like this.
For sure.
So I can totally understand what these people are saying. It's not like what is the word? It's not.
It's niche. It's a little niche.
Yeah, it's that, but it's not formulaic. It's not formulaic. Right. It's not like a normal formula they're used to for like a movie, So, I get that. It's not.
I do too.
It's not cookie cutter.
No, I definitely get that. It's somewhere between mainstream and The Lobster. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think those are two opposite ends. I don't like crazy quirky stuff. Much more absurd than The Lobster is. Mm-hmm. I'm not really that interested unless it has some kind of cool symbolic thing going on. Like I'm probably not going to be that into it. I need some kind of structure. Mm-hmm. The reason we reviewed The Lobster was because we thought it had a great structure in its absurdity. In the way everyone behaved, it was so consistent that you felt like it was predictable because you do kind of need to predict the characters in a way.
Yeah.
They need to make sense in some way. So we'll read one more. It says, What? If there was a full-length feature movie entirely about a man taking a dump, it would be infinitely more interesting than this.
I'm sure it's out there.
I'm sure, though, age restricted. I'm sure, though, that someone would praise the man's acting in the brilliant scenery of the restroom. So, wow. Okay, so Colin Farrell's acting, Gleason's acting, all of their acting is equal to a man taking a shit. The brilliant scenery of Northern Ireland, islands, is equal to a restroom. How anyone could get any enjoyment or entertainment out of this excuse for a film is beyond me. There was zero character development. What? Or anything that would cause anyone to care about any of the characters outside of the donkey and the dog. So once again, we are seeing themes. This is why you gotta go through them, because we have a theme where
everyone likes the donkey and the dog.
Right, everyone can agree with the donkey and the dog. Okay. The movie was so annoying, I think I will cut my fingers off and throw them at the director's door. Wouldn't that make perfect sense? That's a strong end to a comment. I mean, I'm not going to say that's not a strong ending. So
no, for sure.
I'll give you that.
For sure. That's why I'm saying, like, there's different levels. Like, if this person was just like, it's beautiful there, but like, and I loved hearing the accents or something, but like the plot just threw me. But to say the acting wasn't good too, and to say that the
scenery was like a bathroom,
it is. It's like, dude, what is happening in your life? I don't know.
Metropolitans, man, they don't think straight.
Honestly, I'm not that surprised though. Again, I figured people would hate this movie.
I mean, we are looking up 1-star reviews on a movie that we both. I think it was one of the first things we said about the movie. It's like, not everyone's gonna love this movie.
Yeah.
So
no, I mean, I feel like it's rare that you watch a movie and you're like, everyone I know would love this.
Right. Right.
There is those movies. But like even like an excellent movie like Lord of the Rings, immediately I can think of so many people that wouldn't like that movie because it's fantasy or
good point.
something.
Yeah.
But you can do that with like any like really good, like The Godfather. I can think of people who wouldn't like that, even though it's obviously an excellent movie. But like the gang violence, like my mom wouldn't like that.
Right.
I know multiple people that wouldn't like that movie.
You know what movie I think everyone loves? Jurassic Park.
Oh, I think See, there again, you're gonna find haters. Even a couple of my kids now are talking mad shit about how fake it looks. And
No.
stuff. Yeah, Xander wasn't, but Asa was like telling him ahead of time, like, it's cheesy. And,
No.
yeah.
Dude, I'm so upset. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, I love Jurassic Park. I think it looks great. I
still
just
looks
watched it
pretty
again
good.
with them.
I think it still looks pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna have to talk to
as
you
she's
about that.
saying it, I'm looking at the Brachiosaurus in the beginning, like they're walking in a field and the big Brachiosauruses are out there.
I know.
Doesn't look
Daytime.
great. I know.
1993. It's pretty shocking.
I think it
I
was
know what
good
you
at the
mean.
time,
I
but
mean,
for her eyes, she thinks it looks cheesy. Like she thinks that the scenes with the T-Rex and stuff, like because it's so thematic, it makes it seem like it's not real because they don't show it enough. She sees that as like they're hiding the fact that they couldn't do it, and I didn't see it like that.
No,
when I watched it.
No,
but yeah, I know.
But this is after she's seen it multiple times.
I'm pretty sure she's seen it at least twice.
I don't know. Do you know what her first experience was like? I know that their first experience was strong.
It was good, and she still likes the movie. She just doesn't think parts of it hold
It's crusty.
up.
It's crusty.
Yeah, exactly. She thinks it's kind of dusty. She would watch it, but she would definitely comment on like how certain things don't look real.
Right. Okay, that's totally okay. That's
yeah.
Everyone's gotta live with that. Things look better nowadays.
Yeah, I know. She likes the story though. I think she likes Jeff Goldblum in it. Honestly.
Oh, nice. That's good. Well, it's not all. There's still white pills out there to go out and grab. Kids still like Jurassic Park. That's what I'm thinking today. And you know what? This is the other white pill out there.
Oh, whoa! Someone gave Jurassic Park a 1.
But this is the thing. There's only one here. There's only one.
But it says 2.
It says 2. So what I think happened is there were 2, and then they watched it again. They were like, you know what? It's actually pretty good.
They removed it, or do you think Jurassic Park was like, oh no, they're pointing out
it's
something
Spielberg!
that everyone is gonna hate, and as soon as they see
Dude.
it'll drag the whole thing down.
It's Spielberg. This is a Spielberg movie. So Steven Spielberg's out there deleting negative reviews of his movies and then adding negative reviews to other movies.
Yep. See?
My God.
It's a big conspiracy. We figured it out.
You know what the one he left was? So he deleted, Steven Spielberg deleted one of the 2 1-star reviews for Jurassic Park, as we've confirmed today. The one he left, I think he left it because he read it and his soul just went to sleep. And he, in a daze, just left and he never returned to that room of his mansion. This is the comment. Crazy thing about Jurassic Park and Schindler's List both came out in the same year, 1993.
Wow.
And Schindler's List swept with, was it like 9 Academy Awards or Oscars, and including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Acting, and he had promised a guy who wrote the book in the early 80s, about a decade before the movie came out, that he would make the movie. And the guy had failing health, the Holocaust survivor. So Spielberg wanted to make it before the guy passed away. So he was... Jurassic Park was pushed on him to put out in a short amount of time, in a specific amount of time because of the rights. And so he had to get Jurassic Park out, and he had to make Schindler's List before the guy passed away. So he
So time crunch.
It was, yep. So he filmed Jurassic Park, and then as they were putting after principal photography, and when it came to just finishing designing the dinosaurs and putting all the CGI in, he started working on Schindler's List. So he was filming Schindler's List all day and then going home or to his trailer to work on dinosaurs. And he said it was really torturous and miserable.
Holy crap. Do you think that he related the two stories as he was working on them?
I think he did an amazing job creating such different movies at the same time. It's really incredible. They're so different, but I think in his mind, he must have been. So, anyways, Banshees. I was rooting for it for the Oscars. Didn't get all it deserved, but I'm glad it got some recognition. I'm sure it'll be getting some more views now because of it. What more can you say?
Yeah, good movie. Power to friendship with men and sometimes ending it.
Yeah, men friends.
But no, I would recommend it too. Again, like I said, it's a mood thing. I wouldn't put this on if you are like feeling a little down or whatever. This is more of an interesting thing and not something you're going to watch to lift your spirits.
True. All right. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
But until then, use your head.